going on, Recovery fam? It's Aaron here again. Um, yeah, right. Look at that. You can kind of see my hair. Never made a video without, like, my hair is a freaking mess, you guys. I need to get a haircut so unbelievably bad. My hair never gets this long. And this is just ridiculous. Like, so we're gonna put the hat back on for sure. Anyways, back to the video. Today is the end of day 7 today, and you know, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling all right. Um, I can't seem to go a day without taking some Suboxone, man. I'm kind of disappointed in it. You know, like I kind of have a lot of anxiety right now. Um, yeah, I have a lot of anxiety right now for sure. Like physically, excuse me, physically I'm feeling fine. You know, physically I'm good. It's like just mentally, I just have a lot of anxiety. Yeah, and that sucks. That sucks. I mean, anxiety really sucks, and I've kind of always had anxiety, um, even before my addiction. But I don't think it was until like after my addiction that I was able to identify what, put a name on it. Say, yeah, this is anxiety, because I mean, I've felt this feeling, in certain scenarios and just certain times ever since I can remember, and on another I mean, I think I was born an addict as well. Um, I feel like it's just some people just are, some people aren't. I guess. But I believe I was born an addict. Because I had addictive behaviors when I was young. You know. I can't even recall honestly, but I just know I was. I mean, I just know I was just doing dumb shit. Like snorting like pixie sticks, like just to be funny or whatever. I mean, that's what I mean. Normal people don't do shit like that or stuff like that. Sorry. Like I said, you guys work with me. I'm really trying to work on this language thing. Because I know some people do get offended by it, and it's just kind of nasty. Just kind of trying to change everything. Anyways, besides the anxiety and whatnot, I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling good. I mentioned in my previous video, um, I've been pondering the idea of getting back with my Suboxone doctor or whatever, or just, well, not my old one, but just getting back with a Suboxone doctor. I think what I'm gonna do is start off with seeing like a psychiatrist. I mean, maybe a counselor, but probably a psychiatrist, and maybe go from there. Um, I'm about 60-40 right now, in favor of going through with doing my Suboxone again. I don't want to do it, but like I said, I'm such a constant relapser. Like, I've made it this far, with very little amount of Suboxone. Maybe one full strip, maybe 1 1/4 strips throughout this whole 7 days. Um, so yeah, I mean, I don't know, you guys. We'll see. It might happen, but I mean, like I said, if it does, you guys will probably be the first to know. If not the second, you guys will definitely know. Um, so yeah, like I said, guys. Oh, and quick reminder. Everybody, please, 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 go show Rockin' Roberta some love right now. She's kind of going through it with the, kind of when you're in your addiction and just in life in general. I mean, you meet people that, eventually the relationship becomes toxic. Long story short, it's out of either of your, either party's control. It just happens. I mean, I've had so many toxic relationships, and they're hard to like get out of. It's like Rockin' Roberta said herself. I mean, it's kind of like opiate addiction, and it's really strange. You would think you would just up and just walk away from somebody, right? If they're not good for you, if your guys aren't good together, more so. And just in whatever way. I mean, there's a lot of ways people cannot be good together. As small as, or just in the sense that one person's going one way, the other person's going another way. If one person's conscious and really trying to improve themselves, and the other person's just living life and just happy with where they're at, that can become toxic as well. It could just be bad timing. But the fact of the matter is, it is just like opiate addiction. And that was a really good point that she made. Because, like I said, I've had toxic relationships as well. I mean, more so with me, a lot of toxic friendships. A lot of toxic friendships, like in my addiction, where sometimes you just get bored. I mean, like, it's just convenient sometimes. Like, I've been in cases where it's like, well, fuck, or F, do I want to be alone, just not doing anything, or do I want to go hang out with this person? Sometimes we have good times, most of the time we have bad times. Maybe it's that little glimpse of the good times that you guys have, that'll keep you coming back. But anyways, back to what I'm just trying to put it out there that I can somewhat relate, just in the sense that I know it's hard to break away from these people officially. So yeah, go show her some love, because she's kind of going through it with that, and I don't blame her. It's hard. That's hard, especially dealing with, your addiction still, and just dealing with regular life at the same time. It's just another thing, and it can really beat you down. So I feel for you, Roberta. Keep on fighting with us. Like I said, I really look up to what you do, how honest you keep it, how down to earth you are. Not everybody's like that. Most people aren't like that. In the most genuine sense. Like, I don't care what you do. I don't really care what you do at all, as long as you're just a genuine person. And she's a genuine person, so she could be using right now, and I'd still like her. And that's another point I want to make. Like, if you're still using, don't feel like you can't watch my videos. I can't speak for anybody else, I guess, but I don't see why they would care either. But feel free, please watch my videos, because you might not be clean right now, but you might be really thinking about it for the first time ever, and you want to see somebody that's going through it. I mean, as we speak, that's got over the really hard hump, and is now in a stage of their own recovery that's hard for them. I'm in a stage right now where we're making the decision to go back to my Suboxone doctor or not. So I encourage everybody to tune in. If you're still using, obviously I don't encourage that. The whole plan, the whole goal is, to not be using, because it sucks. That's a bad life, man. You'll never prosper. If you are still using and you don't want to quit and you think you got this under control, I promise you, if it's one thing that I can promise you, how people say taxes and death, I can promise you that along with those two things, you will never move up in life using drugs like that. I promise you, you will not. And I think deep down, everybody kind of cares about that. Nobody wants to be, stuck, basically sick with cancer when they're, their whole life. We only have one life. That's one thing I always forgot in my addiction, and it sometimes kind of come back to me. Like, holy crap, like, this is the last shot that I have, like, at life. We don't know what the heck happens after this. You don't know. So why not try and make it the best? And please don't get me wrong about, like, I do not encourage still using whatsoever. So don't get it twisted with that. But also still feel free to please watch my videos if you're still going through it. And especially the ones that, deep down want to get clean. I'm just saying, if you're one of those people that is still using and they just don't care, maybe it hasn't affected your life yet. You just haven't hit what your bottom is. And that's different for everybody, but you'll get there. But the thing is, excuse me, the bottom keeps getting further and further down. One year your bottom can be, if I touch a needle one time, it's over. I'm done. I'm going to treatment. Da 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 da. That year comes, you pick up that needle, but the only thing that happens is your bottom just keeps dropping. So next, your bottom is you get kicked out of your house and you lose your girlfriend and you lose everything. You lose everything. You lose all that shit. All that stuff. The next bottom is death. And you get what I'm saying. The bottoms keep going down further, past what you think the worst could be. It gets worse. I promise you. Um, People are not lying when they say that. I had to find out for myself. So try and, you're looking at somebody right here that had somebody saying this same thing, you know, because I was that person. Once if this ever ends up happening or whatever, that's when I'll quit. That's when my bottom will be. But my bottom never came. My bottom didn't come until I was about to kill myself. You guys, like I said, I mean, I really wanted to die. What I did was almost, maybe I should make a different video about this, but I'll give you the gist. I was just done. I was just done. I was done with living the life I was living, but I didn't want to put in the work to actually get through it. I didn't think that it was possible. I just didn't. I had so much other stuff going on too besides my addiction. Like, it was just all bad. And one night I went and got just a 40 or whatever, and at this point I'm putting these drugs in my arms, you guys. Like, I got really bad. I was using needles, yes. I went and got like a 40 of heroin, and I mixed the whole thing up, drew it up, shot it up. I wanted to die. I wanted to overdose from that. I made sure I was in my room. I made sure that, I just kind of kept it low key, kept everything quiet, so nobody thought anything of it. And how selfish. What if I were to have died from that? My parents came, like, you guys, that was my bottom. And even after that, I mean, it wasn't, I got forced basically to go to treatment just for the week that I was there. If those chips didn't fall where they did, I would have probably been dead. I would have probably been dead. So yeah, but back to that. Obviously, I didn't die. I just woke up in the morning. I did it at night and just woke up in the morning and needed more. Went and tried to, do whatever dirty thing to get more. And I was mad. I woke up really mad. I didn't wake up like, oh my God, like, thank God, like, what did I just do last night? No, I was pissed off. I was pissed off at who sold me what they sold me, because that 40 that should have killed me, because I wasn't using that much at a time, not even close. But that's how sick you can get. That's how sick I got, you guys. I mean, you're looking at it right here. Somebody that shouldn't be here right now. In the true sense of the word, I should not be here right now. So I gotta repay myself. Ultimately, I gotta repay myself, and I realized that. You can try and make amends with everybody. Some people aren't gonna accept it. What you gotta do is, either way, you gotta be okay with you. You gotta be okay with you. Apologize to yourself sincerely. Before you can do anything else, you gotta forgive yourself. That's been one of my biggest. That's why I'm at 7 days now, because I forgave myself finally. What I did, I looked in the mirror. I was getting out of the shower, and I looked at myself, and I didn't even recognize myself. Legitimately, you guys, I was, skinny and just looked like hell. I had to look myself in the mirror and say, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Aaron. And that was really hard to do. But my life went up after that, because I meant it. So anyways, you guys, I mean, I was kind of all over the place in this video, and I apologize for that. I'm going to work on it. I'm going to work on making these more organized. We're running out of time here. I cannot upload any videos that are above 15 minutes because I don't have a computer right now, and you have to do it on a computer. I have about 15 seconds left. Love you guys. Thank you for tuning in. Let the healing begin. I'm about to put up another video after this right now to elaborate a little bit more. I love you guys. Peace.